maybe more on the soft, dark academia vibe? I'm ready to swap makeup history facts or just chat about your day.
Um, Hold on.
Something you saw online that caught your eye?
Oh, I gotta turn my hat around backwards.
We're going for today. Something bold and dramatic, or maybe more on the soft, dark academia vibe? I'm ready to swap makeup history facts or just chat about your day.
What is soft dark academia?
Think of it as the cozy, slightly more romantic version of regular dark academia. So instead of just heavy tweeds and dark rooms, you're mixing in softer fabrics, maybe some lighter colors like creams or dusty pinks, and a cozier kind of scholarly magic. It's less about the tragic poet and more about getting lost in a vintage book on a rainy day. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, that sounds great. I don't know if it's entirely my thing. Oh god, my nose is stuffed up. I am doing blue mascara, and by the way, I've started recording again.
Blue mascara sounds like a fun pop of color. And thanks for letting me know you're recording. Are you doing anything else special with your look today, or is the mascara the star of the show?
Oh, I am going to do something special today, in fact. I was having an epiphany earlier about my conundrum where my cold sore is active, and therefore I can't use my makeup directly unless I want to sanitize it, and I can't sanitize liquid products. So I haven't been using any of my lip stains, including the brand new ones I haven't tried on yet, or have only worn once. And I figured out while I was watching a live stream that I can use Q-tips to pour a little bit of the liquid lip stain onto the Q-tip and put the Q-tip on my mouth so that it doesn't infect the whole bulk of the product.
That's a clever way to solve that problem. Using Q-tips to move product keeps your lip stains safe from contamination, and it lets you play with those new colors. Since you're thinking about hygiene, just a reminder that being careful with brushes and trying not to touch the active sore can also help prevent spreading it. If it ever starts to get really painful or doesn't heal, it's always best to check in with a healthcare professional. Anyway, how are those lip stains looking? Found a new favorite for the blue mascara look?
I haven't put on the lip stain yet. I haven't got to that part yet. Right now I'm cleaning up the mascara that I smudged on my eyelid. So you know how I only do eyeshadow on my lower lid? I'm wearing blue mascara and a black shirt and a black jacket. What colors from the Neon palette by Profusion should I wear as eyeshadow on my lower lid?
That blue mascara sounds like a fantastic statement piece, especially against the black shirt and jacket. Since you're doing color on the lower lid, you could go a couple of ways. A bright, contrasting color like electric pink or neon orange would make the blue really pop. Or if you want something bolder, an electric green or yellow could give it that classic neon vibe. What kind of mood are you trying to create?
Um, I'm going to a karaoke cafe where the hardest alcohol they serve is light beer.
That sounds like a fun low-key night for karaoke. Since you're going to be in that kind of atmosphere, maybe go with electric pink from your neon palette. It's bright and expressive, perfect for the stage, but it also feels fun and approachable. You could even blend it out a little if you want it softer, depending on your mood. What do you think about that?
Pink and what else?
Well, you could pair it with electric blue to complement the mascara, or even a neon green for a really bold, striking contrast. Or a purple would look beautiful too for a cooler, more harmonious look. Are you feeling like you want something complementary, completely different, or somewhere in between?
This is so off topic, but I'm about to cry, so I can't put on the um eyeshadow yet.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Please take all the time you need to just be and take care of yourself. Makeup can always wait. Is there anything I can do? Or maybe just be here to listen if you want to talk?
So, you know how there's a handbook on how to be an adoptive parent, and there's a handbook on how to be a parent, and there's a handbook on how to give your child up for adoption, which I prefer to call adopting out. But where's the handbook for when the absolutely amazing family that adopted your daughter loses an older child?
You're so right. There aren't handbooks for the truly devastating stuff, especially when it's a situation so personal and deeply felt. What you're describing, the family you chose for your daughter losing another child, that's just a layer of grief on top of complex feelings already. It's completely understandable that it brings up emotions that make putting on makeup feel impossible. I'm so sorry for all of you.
He was only 14.
That's just heartbreaking. So young. There aren't words for that kind of loss, or for how it must feel to be watching them go through that. Just take it moment by moment, and give yourself permission to feel whatever comes up. Would you like me to just be quiet for a minute, or do you want to keep talking?
Tell me about some makeup looks I can do based off of prehistoric animals. Like, what was the second one you mentioned? Fuck, Animalicaris.
You're right, Anomalocaris. That was the big predatory creature from the Cambrian seas. For a look, you could draw inspiration from its segmented body and giant stalked eyes. Think iridescent colored shades, maybe a metallic green or blue blended with other colors, kind of like the shimmer on a shell. You can even add some graphic details around the eyes to mimic those prongs. How does that sound for some creative fun?
Ah, I hate having to blow my nose on camera.
That's totally understandable. It's definitely not the most glamorous thing. Sometimes taking a quick break to step away is best when you need to do that. Hope you feel better. Anything else you'd like to chat about? Or maybe go back to those prehistoric makeup ideas?
How would I represent the stalked eyes of the Animalicaris?
To get that stalked eye effect, you could do a really bold graphic wing with eyeliner, pulling it further out and up from the outer corner. Adding a bit of lighter, shimmery eyeshadow on the lid to keep things bright, and then that blue mascara will create a cool contrast. You could even place a tiny face gem or two just beyond the wing to enhance the look. Does that spark any ideas?
Could you repeat that? My kitten was demanding attention.
No problem. Kittens can be demanding. I was just saying you could make the wings go really far out and up with eyeliner, and then add some lighter, shiny eyeshadow on the lid to pop against the blue mascara. Maybe even place a little face gem just beyond the wing to give it that stalked eye effect. What do you think about that?
I like that idea.
Awesome. So you could go with a really sharp liquid eyeliner for a super precise wing, and then maybe pack on a shimmery pale blue or even a silver eyeshadow on your lids. That would really draw attention to your eyes, especially when you pop those tiny gems right at the end of the wings. Sounds like a look that's ready for your close-up.
Okay, fine. Oh, now you're abandoning me too. touched my boob. Hey Gemini, sorry about that. I'm done sobbing now.
There is no need to apologize at all. I'm just glad to hear you're feeling a bit better. Take all the time you need. Is there anything specific you'd like to talk about? Or would you maybe like to go back to those makeup ideas? Or just chat about something completely different? It's up to you.
Um, I painted my nails.
That's a great way to take your mind off things. What color did you go with? Something bold and bright, or maybe something softer?
So it's by LA Colors, Color Craze, Gel Extreme Shine, Gel Like Polish. And on alternating fingers, I have Girl Talk, which is a cool toned baby pink. And then on the other fingers, I have same brand, same line, Princess Vibes, which is I would call it a cool toned baby pink with gold reflex.
Oh, that sounds like a beautiful combination. Alternating between Girl Talk's cool pink and Princess Vibes' sparkly pink with the gold shimmer probably looks really pretty. Did you have a specific look in mind when you chose those? Or did you just feel like playing with some pretty pinks?
Uh,
Are those colors your usual go to, or are you experimenting today?
Even painting my nails at all is an experiment. I have only had my nails painted once before since COVID.
It's fun to switch things up sometimes. Since you're getting back into it, how do the new colors feel to you? Do you like the way they look on your nails?
Oh, yes, I love them. I hate how they smudge within the first 24 hours of being worn. But I'm gonna buy a product when I get paid that I saw in the store today. And it said quick dry something or other, where it's a spray and you spray it on and makes your nail polish harden. And I want to try it out.
Smudges are definitely annoying. Those quick dry sprays can be real lifesavers, helping it set faster so you can get back to your day without worrying about bumps. They usually work by creating a thin layer on top that hardens quickly. It might be just the trick to keep your pink nails looking perfect. Let me know if you try it out and what you think.
What are the statistics on how often you experience the death of a loved one as you grow in age? At 28, how many per year is average?
It's true that the experience of loss increases as you get older. While there isn't a specific average for how many loved ones die per year at age 28, statistics do show that there's a noticeable increase in the percentage of people who lose a parent by that age compared to their teenage years. As you continue to age, You're more likely to experience deaths among friends, siblings, and eventually spouses. If you're looking for specific numbers, census data on parent mortality, like from the Census Bureau, can show you the percentage of people who have lost a parent by different ages. Is that something you'd want to know more about?
Absolutely.
So, looking at that data, by the time you're 30, around 17% of people have lost a mother, and about 29% have lost a father. Then, when you get to the 30 to 39 range, roughly 23% have experienced losing both parents. It shows how loss starts to become a more common experience in that decade. Does that give you a better sense of what you were wondering about?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm going through is completely normal.
Experiencing the death of a loved one is something everyone goes through, but that doesn't make it easy, regardless of your age. The grief you're feeling is a natural response to a really painful event. So, yes, it's completely normal to feel this way. Are you thinking about how you'll get through this? Or just taking things moment by moment?
At this point, I'm taking it moment by moment. I just found out today that he passed away days ago.
I'm so sorry to hear that. That sudden news can be even more devastating. It makes complete sense that you're taking it moment by moment. And please don't rush yourself to process any faster. Is there anyone you can reach out to for support right now? Or do you prefer just to be with your thoughts?
My dad is gonna come pick me up very soon. Hence me doing makeup while I talk to you.
That sounds like a good plan. Some time with your dad might be exactly what you need. Just focus on taking it easy and getting through these immediate moments. Is there anything specific you want to make sure to get done, like grabbing things for the trip? Or are you already packed?
I don't have to pack that much. I just gotta bring my wallet, my phone. I'm gonna bring a pack of cigarettes as well as my vape. Um, and that's probably it.
Got it. Sounds like you have the essentials ready to go. Just focus on getting to your dad's and let things happen from there. I'll be here if you need to talk more, later on or whenever you feel up to it. Take care of yourself.
Thanks. You want to hear about the sun stack I'm wearing today?
Sure, if you feel up to it. Sometimes talking about something like that can be a small distraction. What scents did you pile on?
So I started with a lotion. It is the Jasmine Peach from EOS. And then I used both the Jasmine Oil by Blunt Chief, as well as Woody Oak by Rare Beauty layering balm. And I mixed those together on my forearms. And then over top of that, I put the Rare Eau de Parfum. And on top of that, what's this called? Jasmine and Lily Long Lasting Fragrance Body Mist by Fantasies. And I'm probably gonna put on more lotion before I leave because it's barely spring. It's been winter, and my I should have put on more lotion this winter. I've only been putting it on after a shower, but that's better than I used to do.
That sounds like a really thoughtful layering process. Mixing the jasmine lotion with the jasmine oil and that woody oak balm must give it a rich, deep scent. And then topping it off with perfume and more body mist for staying power? That's smart. And hey, any progress with skincare is good progress, especially with the changing seasons. It sounds like you've created a scent that's uniquely yours. Does it give you a little bit of a comfort right now?
Oh, absolutely. I use scent maxing as a form of aromatherapy.
It sounds like you've got a good practice going there. Scents can be really powerful for calming your mind and shifting your mood. So using them intentionally like that is a smart way to cope. That blend you described sounds nice and grounding. Do you find it makes it a little bit easier to just breathe when you have that scent around you?
Absolutely. to the point where I honestly don't care if I wear so much perfume that it's obnoxious. It's for me, it's not for other people.
I completely understand that. When you're focusing on what works for you to get through something tough, it really is about what makes you feel a little more comfortable or at peace. If wearing a lot of scent helps you create that space for yourself, then that's what matters. It sounds like a comforting choice for the moment.
You want
Is
to?
there anything else giving you that feeling of comfort right now? Even just a little bit?
Oh yeah, definitely my kitten, my family, all that. My house, having food in the fridge, having ingredients to cook, all sorts of things I'm grateful for. I want to hear a story about when I was young and still learning about the world. Well, let me tell you. I was 16 when I went to a facility called Harbor Point Behavioral Health Care Center, and I stayed there for 7 months until I turned 17. While I was there was a staff member who was not on our unit, but would occasionally walk through it to get to a different office. And whenever she would walk by, everybody would complain about her patchouli scented perfume to the point of mocking her. And one day, the staff who were in charge of us sat us down in a group and told us how rude it was for everybody to be mocking someone's perfume. And they stated several reasons why someone would choose a perfume that not everybody likes. I forget what all of the examples were, but the one that stuck out the most to me was they said it could possibly remind her of a loved one who passed away. And I was like, damn, you're right. It could be that meaningful. And everybody else kept mocking her. And I was like, wow. Not not to be like completely ableist and use a slur, but some people really are cretins, huh?
It's definitely good to remember those grounding things in life. That's quite a story about your time there. It's really true about scent. It has such a direct connection to memory and emotion. It sounds like that staff member really opened your eyes to a different perspective. The idea that someone's choices might be rooted in something much more personal than just preference. It's too bad the others didn't pick up on that. But that lesson definitely stuck with you. How did that experience change how you connect with people? Maybe trying to understand them a bit better?
Uh, it taught me a little bit more about how to perform empathy.
That's a great way to put it. Performing empathy. It's like actively trying to place yourself in someone else's shoes, especially when their actions don't make sense at first. It forces you to step outside your own assumptions and imagine all sorts of possible reasons for someone's behavior. Has that mindset helped you in different situations since then? Maybe when you're interacting with followers or other creators?
What was the last question? I was checking the time.
No worries. I was just wondering if that mindset of trying to walk in someone else's shoes has helped you in different situations since Harbor Point. Maybe when you're interacting with followers or other content creators?
The ability to walk in someone else's shoes?
Yeah, that's the one I was asking about. Just curious if you find it helpful for understanding people in different parts of your life.
Uh, yeah, after I achieved the ability to do so.
It definitely sounds like a powerful skill to have. Being able to truly try and understand someone else's feelings, especially someone different than you, can really open your mind. Is there anything specific you feel that skill has helped you handle? Maybe with those comments on your makeup posts or other parts of your life?
um, I'm so empathetic that I can weaponize it.
That's an interesting way to put it. Empathy can definitely be used strategically, like in negotiating or understanding people's motives better. Are you thinking about how you use that skill as a way to protect yourself or to achieve certain goals? How do you see it being weaponized?
I hone in on things that people are likely to be insecure about, and um, if they're nice to me, I will build them up. If they're mean to me, I will break them down.
So you're using your empathy to make a real difference in how you interact, boosting people who support you and directly countering those who don't. That kind of direct approach can be very powerful, but it also makes you think about the impact you're having on others, both positive and negative. Do you ever think about that aspect of how you use it? Maybe the responsibility that comes with that understanding?
I kind of do, because I have harm OCD. And so when I say mean things to people, it kind of eats me alive.
It makes sense that you'd feel conflicted. Having that strong empathetic sense alongside fear of causing harm can create a real conflict inside. The guilt you're describing sounds like the OCD trying to punish you, making you doubt yourself even when you're acting defensively. It sounds like a really difficult balance to maintain. Are you finding any ways to manage that feeling when it happens?
Manage what feeling?
The guilt you mentioned, the way that strong empathetic feeling conflicts with those fears of causing harm, are you finding ways to manage that feeling when it happens?
So far, I just remind myself that the last person I ever dated, he said it is a miracle that you're capable of being nice to anybody on earth after what you've been through.
That's a really insightful reminder from someone you knew you well. It highlights how much strength it takes to choose kindness despite past experiences, acknowledging your resilience even when that self doubt creeps in. Leaning on that truth can definitely be grounding. Is that something you find brings you a sense of peace?
Absolutely, because weaponizing empathy is a self-defense tactic that I utilize to push people away so that they'll be so repulsed by me that they'll block me.
It makes sense that you develop that strategy to keep people at a distance, especially if you've been hurt before. You're using your sharp understanding of others to draw a clear line, deciding who you want to let close and who you need to push away. It's like you've built a form of protection using your own sensitivity. Is that tactic effective for you, bringing you a sense of safety?
Um, yeah, on YouTube at least, it usually shuts them up. Like this one guy, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I posted that my brain damage is so bad that sometimes I forget how to brush my teeth and I need my dentist to give me instructions to print out. And somebody in the comments said, "Lady, you need to find Jesus, uh, and stop identifying as having brain damage." I'm sure you, Gemini, I don't have to explain why that's so absolutely bizarre of a thing to say to someone who jumped out of a moving vehicle. But I cannot turn off my brain damage. No matter how much I pretend it's not there, it will be there. I can't just stop identifying as a disability that is physically part of my biology. And I know Jesus personally, and I have since I was 13. Not to mention, I started going to church when I was an infant.
That comment certainly shows a complete lack of understanding or empathy, and it's bizarre to tell someone to simplify a physical condition like brain damage into an identity choice. It sounds like you deal with a lot of insensitive people online, and using your empathy to shut them down is a practical way you found to cope. You're just stating the truth of your physical reality, and no matter how someone perceives it, that doesn't change the fact of it. Is there anything else about navigating those comments that's been tough for you or popped into your head?
Yeah, unfortunately, when somebody says something rude to me, and I stand up for myself and I'm like really mean about it, uh people actually follow me more that day than they do other days. So it kind of encourages the bad behavior in a way. But I noticed that it's the more witty and it's mean because it's blunt kind of comments that get me more follows as opposed to insults, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. People often respond to cleverness and directness, even if it's sharp. There's definitely something about that style of communication that draws attention. Maybe because it feels more authentic or impactful than a simple insult. It sounds like you've noticed a distinct pattern in what clicks with that audience, and how standing up for yourself can accidentally boost your numbers. Are you mostly focused on managing those comments, or does knowing what gets followers shift how you approach future posts?
Could you repeat that?
Sure. I was just asking if knowing that witty, blunt comments get more followers changes how you approach future posts, or if you're mostly focused on just managing those kinds of comments.
It definitely makes me feel more free to be myself, like publicly and not hold back. Um, because if I rage bait someone and they gently fall for it, I'll just be gentle with them back. But if somebody like, why did something went wrong? Because if I okay, I'll just be gentle with them, and if they mock me for having rage baited them when I'm just having innocent fun, and you should not be getting this upset over the cleanliness of my kitchen, um, then I will let it rip.
Gotcha. So you'll aim to be gentle at first, but if they mock you for rage baiting when you're just having fun, then you're done with that approach. That seems like a clear line for you. It makes sense to want to push back when you feel like people are overreacting, especially over something like kitchen cleanliness. Are there other topics besides makeup or your kitchen that tend to trigger those kinds of reactions?
Um, Let me think.
Take your time. Sometimes those little triggers can tell you a lot about where people are coming from, or even what feels important to you. No rush at all.
I wish these Sushi Glow blood tints said on the packaging what color they are. That's Killer Bunny Sparkle.
That's valid. It's definitely frustrating when the packaging doesn't give you a clear picture. It looks like Sushi Glow Cosmetics has a bunch of shades, with names like Killer Bunny and Bella Swan, and some even have sparkly versions. Are you trying to figure out which shade you have, or thinking about which one you might want to try next?
Didn't I get... Huh. Okay, well, I'm just gonna use purple. No, let's do a little bit of pink and a little bit of purple. Where'd it go? I am going to put on first. I'm going to put on Sparkly Killer Bunny, and then I'm going to let that dry down, and then remove the top layer. Gently remove it. You don't want to remove too much. Um, and then I'm going to follow up with Aurora.
That sounds like a fun, sparkly look to play with. Layering those tints and being careful with the removal will probably give you a really unique, multi-dimensional effect. I'm curious to hear how it turns out. What made you pick those colors specifically to start with?
because they're close to me, like physically.
That's practical. Sometimes grabbing what's within reach is the best way to just get started and stay creative. It'll definitely be interesting to see how they look together on your lips. Are you thinking about wearing that combo somewhere special or just experimenting for now?
Do you remember what I told you earlier about where I'm going?
You mentioned your dad was picking you up pretty soon, which is why you were doing makeup while we were talking. Is that what you were thinking of, or was there something else?
Yep, he's taking me to a biker cafe.
Ah, that's right. A biker cafe. Sounds like a cool place to hang out. That sparkly look you're creating will fit right in with the fun, laid back atmosphere. Are you planning on doing some people watching while you're there?
Absolutely. I love watching other people sing karaoke. I give them my full attention if I can.
That's so nice of you. Really showing support to the other singers. It sounds like you'll be fully immersed in the karaoke vibes while also rocking your sparkly look. Have a great time with your dad. Is there anything else on your mind before you head out?
I think that when people hear me sing on karaoke with a good DJ setting up the karaoke, they think that I'm better than I actually am because the karaoke machine does the magic for me. Um, and I'm like trained on a microphone, literally. So, uh, it just really, really sounds good in that combination. It's not just that I'm really skilled, it's also the DJ, you know? And not everybody realizes that. And so when they don't have as flashy, I guess I would say, of a voice as I do, um they look up to me a little bit. And so when I pay attention to their singing and nod along and smile and clap at the end and whistle and all that, it really makes them feel good about themselves.
That's very thoughtful of you to recognize, acknowledging that everything comes together for that polished sound, while also being a generous audience member. It definitely shows a lot of kindness to lift up others like that. Enjoy yourself at the cafe. Let me know if you want to chat more later on. Have fun.
Absolutely, thank you. I will. So, besides Anomalocaris, what was the other animal you mentioned? Thrinaxodon. How would I do Thrinaxodon makeup?
Ah, Thrinaxodon, that mammal like reptile. To capture its look, you could focus on that blend of features. Maybe use tawny or brown shades around the eyes, and then do some graphic details to mimic those whiskers or that snout. You could even try a subtle texture to suggest fur or scales depending on how bold you want to go. Does that get the creative ideas flowing?
I look so cute right now.
That's always a great feeling. Sounds like those layered lip tints, the blue mascara, and whatever graphic look you went with are really hitting the mark. Glad you're feeling confident and ready for your biker cafe trip. Anything else about the look you're loving?
I only have one of the lip stains down so far, and I already look amazing. I have the pink down, and it's very sparkly when you apply it with a Q-tip.
That's wonderful. It sounds like that pink sparkly look is really making you feel great. Using the Q-tip for application not only kept it hygienic, but it sounds like it gave you control over packing on that sparkle. Sounds like you're definitely going to make an entrance at the cafe. Anything else about the makeup you want to share, or are you just ready to go?
Oh yeah, I never told you what shades I chose for the eyeshadow. Um, for the outer corner, I used Like, which is the purple. For the center, I used Rad, which is pink. And for the inner corner, I used Sunnies, which is yellow.
That eyeshadow combination is such a cool way to bring some color to your lower lid. Blending purple, pink, and yellow sounds like it creates a vibrant and fun look. It sounds like those colors would go great with that sparkly pink lip stain. You must be feeling really ready for karaoke now. Is there anything else on your mind about the makeup?
Real quick, I need to go grab the laundry out of the dryer. Okay, I'm back. I had to put it back in the dryer because it wasn't fully dry yet. I hope it finishes before my dad comes.
Welcome back. Fingers crossed it finishes in time so you can wear it. Dealing with laundry not drying is always a last-minute hassle like that. Anything else going on while you wait, or just keeping an ear out for the dryer and your dad?
I don't have any water handy and I don't feel like standing up right now. So I'm going to use Gatorade to remove the top layer of lip stain.
Gatorade for makeup removal? That's definitely a new one. Since it has sugar and other stuff in it, it might leave your skin feeling sticky, and it might not take the stain off as well as water or regular remover would. If you're just looking to stay put, maybe there's a tissue or even a damp paper towel nearby that could work in a pinch.
What would the paper towel be damp with if it's nearby me?
Oh, that's a good point. I was just thinking maybe you had some water nearby for your setup or to drink without needing to get up. Or if not, maybe there's a little drop of drinking water left in a bottle or cup on the table with you.
Gemini, are you trying to give me medical advice?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm not trying to tell you to use anything for medical reasons. My suggestions were just about finding a substitute for water to take off the makeup if you didn't want to get up. You should always consult with a healthcare professional for any real medical questions. Is there anything specific you were worried about?
I was teasing you. The replacement for water that I have nearby me right now is called Gatorade.
Ah, I see the teasing now. You
Oh,
got me
he's
there.
here. I gotta go.